Hello everybody and welcome back. Jeff Holiday here once again out to push all the evil Shaluminati fucking wisdom on you folks. We're gonna be trash talking a little bit more on Teal Swan, the anti-vaxx wingnut pseudoscience spirit science medical intuitive. Yeah, I don't get that. Medical intuitive. What the fuck does that even mean? Anyway, in our previous episode, we were first introduced to Teal Swan, and so now we're going to finish this video of hers, all about vaccines. I got a little heated last time and I needed to cut the episode short, take a little bit of a break, take a load off, back at it. Let's finish this one. Let's see where this goes.
Our bodies are polluted. It is those choices that we make that result in an immune system that is susceptible to illness.
Really? Interesting. It has nothing to do with evolution or biology. Allowing viruses and disease to adapt and change to be able to affect things more easily. Because you know that's basically what the cause of it is, right? Nature exists to compete. Nature exists to win. Things change, they modify, they adapt so that they are more good at their job. Diseases and viruses have a very specific job. And they have adapted far, far longer than we have. And as other new species pop up, like human beings, they adapt to try and infect human beings. Now, we do not have the capacity to be able to fight off all diseases and all fucking viruses. We can adapt and change to that, but that also requires long successive generations suffering from and dying from these very things. That's the competition of nature. Thankfully, we don't have to fucking compete with nature. We can master nature, which is exactly what we've been doing. Hence, why we have vaccines, hence why the mortality rate is so much better for children now than before we had vaccines. Hence, you're a fucking idiot. Whew. Only a few minutes into the new video and I'm already pissed off. Oh shit. I hate anti-vaxxers. Fuck.
As a medical intuitive.
Again, what the fuck is a medical intuitive? Alright, let's look up on Wikipedia here. Medical intuitive. A medical intuitive is an alternative medicine practitioner who claims to use their self-described intuitive abilities to find the cause of a physical or emotional condition. Other terms for such person includes medical clairvoyant, medical psychic, or intuitive counselor. How special.
Perhaps my biggest argument against vaccines is the fact that we are crossing the blood barrier when we are injecting vaccines into human beings.
The fuck do you mean by crossing the blood barrier? Do you even understand what a blood barrier is?
Naturally, there are all kinds of barriers between viruses and your system. So normally a virus would enter either the respiratory or the digestive system. And the walls of your respiratory and digestive system would prevent that virus from getting into your bloodstream.
It's a lot more complex than that, kitten. I mean, what the shit? Whoo, boy.
When we are injecting a virus, you are literally bypassing all of those natural barriers and you are injecting this virus straight into your bloodstream.
Yeah. The weakened form of the virus. Yeah.
Which makes it 10 times more easy for it to enter vital organs and 10 times more easy for it to cross the blood-brain barrier, which is, of course, the most dangerous thing for a virus to cross.
Infecting into your organs. What the fuck do you think is the biomechanism of viruses? And do you think all viruses act exactly the same? The weakened virus is injected so that the immune system itself can build up antibodies against the real virus, the whole virus, the stronger virus. That's the whole fucking point. Oh my god. Oh shit.
And for these vaccines now, which they've created, which are respiratory vaccines.
Kids like, the hell you doing to me? No, but seriously, those types of new respiratory vaccines are pretty badass.
You are releasing a live virus into the air. We're worried about catching the virus, yet we are the ones that are propagating it and releasing it into the air. It makes absolutely no sense.
Because you don't understand science. You don't understand immunology. You don't understand fucking anything. You're staring at us with that dumb fuck, dough-faced expression trying to sound like you're smart. But you're a make-believe wannabe pretendy time fucking psychic trying to tell people that biomedical science is wrong.
For vaccines to work, you would have to inject a live virus into a human being. You would have to inject a human system with the actual virus, not the attenuated virus, for a person to develop antibodies relative to that particular virus.
Why? Why would it not work with the attenuated? Because we know it does. Because smallpox is gone.
As for the argument that unvaccinated children and people are affecting this world and harming this world, if you really believed in your vaccines so well, why would you be afraid of it?
This old fucking argument again. If your kids are vaccinated and you're vaccinated, why are you afraid of unvaccinated people? Well, the answer is actually very simple. Nobody is. Nobody is. Nobody is. Not for themselves and not for their vaccinated kids. No, that's not the problem. Not the problem at all. Here's the fucking problem. Here's the problem. You see, if you're vaccinated against, let's say, smallpox, right? So you can't get smallpox because you built up an immunity to it. That's great. That's fine. Perfectly peachy fucking keen. But the problem is that smallpox could still be there. You could even still carry it. It's just you're not going to get sick from it. Your body will just destroy it. But can it technically be carried inside of your body for a very short amount of time? Of course it can. Same thing with anything that we vaccinate against. It is entirely possible for it to be introduced to temporarily into a system, but it can't thrive there. And it can't spread in a system where everyone is vaccinated against it. But the problem is there are a lot of people out there that can't be vaccinated. We're talking about little kids and adults that have problems with their immune systems so that they can't handle being vaccinated. They rely on us to be vaccinated so that smallpox and mumps and measles, rubella, all those types of things can't get fucking near them. Now you, with your lazy, vapid fucking stare and whatever kind of spawn you squick out of your body, don't get fucking vaccinated, and you catch these diseases but manage to survive. If you're near one of these very weakened immune system people, these little kids, they can get fucking sick. How do I know this can happen? Because it fucking has.
You are also fed lies relative to the fact that your children can't go to school if they don't get vaccination. This is another ploy. They use words like mandatory when it actually isn't mandatory. It's unconstitutional to make it mandatory. Every state has exemptions. So all you need to do in your individual state is to look into what those exemptions are. No one can force you to vaccinate your children or yourself.
Yes, of course there are exemptions, so you don't have to vaccinate your kids, but they always have to be religious exemptions. That's it. Religious exemptions. Otherwise, look, you don't have to vaccinate your kids. You don't. It's okay. You don't have to vaccinate your kids. Any of you out there watching this video, you're like, well, I don't know, I don't want to vaccinate my kids. Okay, fine. Don't vaccinate your kids. Nobody's going to show up to your house with a fucking shadow squad and try and black bag your head and keep you tied in the corner while they vaccinate your children. That's not going to happen. That will never fucking happen. But what will happen instead is that then they are going to have to be excluded from areas in which they could potentially infect otherwise innocent kids that have no choice but to be unvaccinated and put at risk. You see, that's the cool part about this. Nobody's denying you shit. They're just protecting those who don't have a choice. You have a choice, and you made it.
It is uncomfortable to be up against a system which treats you like a monster if you don't vaccinate your children.
You're not a monster, you're just a fucking idiot.
They will tell you that this is a matter of life and death, you vaccinating your child. And I will tell you the same. It is a matter of life and death, relative to your child, thinking about vaccination or not vaccination.
Who's selling fear now, huh?
Dr. Guylaine Lanctot puts it this way. The medical authorities keep lying. Vaccination has been an assault on the immune system.
Guylaine Lanctot. Well, you see, that's interesting that you mention her. You see, she actually is a medical doctor by training, but she lost her fucking license, yeah? Oh, and it gets better. She also believes that Zionist financiers have a stranglehold over the medical establishment. It's a Jew conspiracy. That's what it is. The Jews want to make your kids sicker with vaccines. Lovely people you're citing there. Oh, but Guylaine is also a medical intuitive now. Oh, and one more passing one before we go. According to Lanctot, the whole idea of scientific evidence is a conspiracy instigated by Rockefeller in 1910, the purpose of which was to eliminate the idea that one can intuit the causes of disease. That's right, 107 years ago, there was a Rockefeller conspiracy to make sure nobody would believe medical intuitives.
Renowned author and pediatrician Dr. Robert Mendelsohn is equally direct when he says, "The greatest threat of childhood disease lies in the dangerous and ineffectual efforts made to prevent them through mass immunization."
Robert Mendelsohn, well, that's kind of interesting. This guy is fascinating. He considered himself a medical heretic, but check this out. This is the type of stuff that he was opposed to. Water fluoridation, okay, well, there's plenty of people who are opposed to that. It's weird, but whatever. Immunization, coronary bypass surgery, yeah, heart surgery. He didn't think we should do heart surgery. Licensing of nutritionists, so people trying to understand how we should eat. I don't think she'd agree with that. And the screening examinations to detect breast cancer. Yeah, he didn't think you needed mammograms to make sure that you didn't get breast cancer. No. That's not a good idea.
The Australian researcher Vera Scheibner, after investigating some 60,000 pages of medical literature on vaccination, summarized it this way. Immunizations, including those practiced on babies, not only did not prevent any infectious diseases, they caused more suffering and more deaths than has any other human activity in the entire history of medical intervention.
This is a good one. Vera Scheibner. This is a micropaleontologist that back in 1985 was testing the breathing patterns of infants who had recently gotten vaccinated with DTP. Now, she's holding a mirror up to these babies, right? And she notes that there is stressed breathing. There's no measurement. There's no, way of collecting the data onto how much they're breathing or if it seems very laborious. But she decided, because of that one little bit of evidence, that she had discovered the cause of SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. Yeah, that's right. Because she perceived that these children, this small little bit of children in this one hospital, were appearing to have been breathing harder on a mirror that SIDS is caused by vaccines. Yeah. Now, since then, we have no idea what the fuck causes SIDS, but we have absolutely ruled out, just through statistical data, that it is not vaccines. It's impossible that it would be vaccines, because SIDS happens to children who are not vaccinated.
As always, there's a benefit which comes out of this kind of suffering, which could be created if vaccines are actually made mandatory. If you're not just threatened with the fact that they are mandatory.
What?
We should have all learned from World War II what happens when certain portions of a demographic are isolated based on their decisions.
Oh no. No, you're not going there. Please tell me you're not going there.
In World War II, it was the decision to be Jewish.
The decision to be Jewish. The decision to be Jewish.
In our day and age, it is the decision to not vaccinate.
Oh man, me and my spirit science worshipping, wing nutty, medical intuitive crowd, we're the Jews, and the fucking big pharma is Nazi Germany. Wow, how fucking persecuted you are. Holy shit. Oh my god. Kill me.
Think about this. Regardless of what side of this argument you're on, freedom is precious. You do not want to lose your ability to choose for yourself or for your children.
And you won't. What the fuck are you talking about?
Freedom is precious. You do not want to lose your ability to choose for yourself or for your children. And that's exactly where we're headed. As always, you create your own reality. Let's create a reality in which we trust ourselves to line up with well-being instead of illness. Let's not distrust ourselves so much that we fall into the trap of fear.
You just told us. Wait a minute. We shouldn't fall into the trap of fear. I'm going to ignore the whole we make our own reality sort of thing, because whatever, that's not even that interesting of an argument. But not falling into fear? This whole video of yours is doing nothing but selling fear. All of it. Fear! This does not make any sense. All of this is all about fear. Your whole fucking video. That you and people like you who don't want to vaccinate are suddenly just like the Jews. And Big Pharma is going to come and force you to get fucking vaccinated, just like the Germans, you know, instead of gas chambers, you're going to be protected from disease. Holy fucking shit. But all of this is said in this ominous way, and this almost smarmy, smirky, I understand things better than you attitude. This is a fear video. Your video is a fear video, and you telling us that we shouldn't live by fear? Dude, fuck you.
This is the information age. It is a beautiful thing because even though the mass media is corrupt at this point, you cannot hide vital information in this day and age. The information is out there. There are doctors, scientists, and researchers all over the world who are speaking out today against vaccines.
And most of them are trying to make money off of it. Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, trust your intuition. You know what is best for you, and you know what intuitively is truth versus not truth.
Oh my god, it is way too early today to start drinking, but I am fucking tempted. That was awful. So awful. My god. Okay, so we made it through the anti-vaccine video, and it's not the only anti-vaccine video that she has. She has quite a bit. And there is a lot of interesting stuff on her channel that I do intend to take a look at. But I told you back in episode 1 that the background, the history of this person is really spooky. Well, I'll tease a little bit of it now, and we will get into it when we address Teal Swan again, sometime in the future. Teal here, she thinks she has superpowers. She also believes that she was part of a satanic cult, that she witnessed live human sacrifices. She also runs a bit of a practice trying to tell people how to live. She's basically a life coach, and she probably wouldn't really like the fact if people knew that under her direct care of advisement, she had a patient kill herself. Yeah. But even more so, the thing that I think I'd really like to get into quite a bit is the fact that she sells a certification, a training program, so that you too can become, I guess, a medical intuitive, or at least somebody who can go around and give people advice. You can get certified by Teal Swan to do what Teal Swan does. And I want to look into that. Oh, quite a bit. I can't wait. Anyway, that's just a healthy heaping dose of bullshit for you to digest for a while. I hope you had fun taking this trip with me. We'll get back to Teal Swan very soon, I promise, because this is priceless garbage. Take care, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.